Alright, Shacked Up Log number 10. My name is Ryan, and I'm living in a shed. I'm living in a metal shed in somebody's backyard with all of my belongings. I have been for about 3 months, almost. I recently got a job, finally. I don't know if I mentioned that in my last log. But I'm now working at Sunglass Hut, the Sunglass Hut in Uptown here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, selling high fashion sunglasses and practical sunglasses, whatever. I have a really hard time putting on a shirt before I make these videos, because I take my shirt off and I get ready for bed, and then I realize I'm going to make these videos and I don't want to do them all shirtless because it's weird. And so I threw a jacket on because I'm lazy. Yeah, kind of the update is just that I have a job now. I have, for about a month, I've been working at this job. And, it's going pretty well. I like it. It's one of my more enjoyed jobs. Probably the favorite job I've ever had. Besides being a youth pastor, a youth leader. I'm attending the church that I got realized or found Jesus over 2.5 years ago, probably, called Copper Point Church here in Albuquerque. I've been asked to rejoin that team as a leader there too. Kate and I, our relationship is thriving in just the fact that we, if I haven't mentioned, Kate is my girlfriend. I think I have. We've, realized that we've kind of been living in a married relationship, even though we're not married. Not sexually, but just emotionally. So, yeah, we're kind of realizing that, it's time to, become strong individuals, and we're still planning on getting married. We're not breaking up or anything, but just becoming strong in who we are. And yeah, my friend Evan, who I was planning on getting an apartment with, he's about to get a job as well. I've realized recently that probably better than getting an apartment with another guy, just the two of us, as roommates, would be to get a house, like rent a house, with a bunch of guys who are all going to church and who are all getting into ministry. That way each of us can split the rent for the house, have a really nice place, and be spending less money. So, I feel like that's a pretty good idea. So yeah, things are looking up. God has really come through and is doing things. God does things if you just trust Him. I'm teaching at the small group that I teach at right now. To just live simply and receive. Just live simply in faith. Not live simply like having to do this action, but, not like live simply as if you have to be so frugal that you live in a shed. Like, this wasn't my choice, but God did this to bring me closer to Him so that I had just time to focus on Him. But, live simply in the way, like, actually, let your life be simplified. Not struggling so much with things, not focusing so much on things that you need to just figure out, but just kind of letting God, bring things to you. When God reveals His will to you, it's because He wants you to strive after it. If, the reason that God told me that He wanted me to become a pastor was so that I could then take the steps towards doing that. And the Bible says that the Lord will guide you. That the Lord guides a man's steps. When God reveals His will, we don't have to do that. He's telling us what He desires for our life. Now, there are some things that are God's will that obviously we should do, that are, commands that, just have to do with being good and being righteous and truthful. And but it's just things for our life, like how God, revealed to Kate that He wanted us to be married. We could have decided otherwise, and not pursue that. But it's when God reveals His will to us that He's giving us an opportunity to then strive for that, by aligning ourselves with that idea. And when God isn't revealing His will, I went through a time period where God was just not revealing His will. And I felt dry. I felt really dry. And the reality of it was that God wanted me to just focus on the fact that He was God. And I did that for a while, and things have really started to look up. Now He is revealing His will to me. I'm back at this other church, and I'm going over here, and I'm doing some things, and things are really looking better. And just to be clear, the whole reason that I'm doing this, the reason that I'm logging this experience, the reason that I honestly do live in this shed, I don't even want people to think that I'm just some radical guy who's just put myself back here. The reality of it is that I lost my job and I lost my place to live, and my only opportunity was to live in this shed. Otherwise, I would be homeless. My stuff really is here. Like I eat here, all of my stuff is just in this shed. Literally. And so I want to make these videos so that I can, log just for myself and maybe other people, if other people come across and begin watching these. But I want to log just for myself the goodness of God, to show how I came from this situation to where I'm about to be in just a few months, and then beyond that. When Kate and I get married, when we have a home, when ministry has taken off. And I want to continue to make those videos. I want to be making these videos on this channel for the next 5 years, and really show you guys how, and really show myself how when you trust God and you believe Him and you just give your life to Him and you let Him do what He's going to do and you let Him bring His will to you in time, that He's going to put you on the right path, that He's going to put you in the right places. I was angry at God at one point when I was living here. I was like, God, why would you put me in a situation like this? If I'm so important to you, I know God's will for my life. And I said, God, if I'm so important to you, why would you leave me in this situation? And He said, you're here, you're in this little shack so that you can just focus on me, because I'm so jealous for you. I want you close to me. I want you to focus on me. And it's that revelation that's made me not really mind being back here. And I know that very soon God's going to take me out and He's going to put me in an even better place. And I'm going to make sure that I log that on here. So, if anybody ends up watching these videos, if you're coming across these videos, I hope that you'll subscribe just so you can follow this journey with me. I'm not even too crazy about liking the video. I mean, if you enjoy hearing me talk, that's fine. But I really just want people to kind of go along this experience with me. So, I hope you subscribe. I hope you are enjoying just kind of listening so far. Really, this is just a weekly, daily, whenever it ends up, log, just for me to kind of tell you about the goodness of God. Thanks.